Are we ready for the jury? Okay. We are, Your Honor. Thank you. All right. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. All right, your next witness.
Plaintiff calls Christian Carino, Your Honor.
Christian Carino.
And as with a number of the other depositions, this one will start with questioning by Ms. Heard's counsel, and at some point switch over to questioning by counsel for Mr. Depp.
All right. And how do you spell the last name just for me? Just in case.
C-A-R-I-N-O.
Thank you.
An address for the record, and you may use your business address if you feel more comfortable.
Christian Carino, and the work address is 2000 Avenue of the Stars in Century City.
And that is in California?
Correct.
And what is your current occupation?
I'm a talent agent.
And could you give me just a very brief description of your educational background and work experience?
Sure. I have a BA from the University of Massachusetts, and my work background is I've been at CAA for approximately 16 years, and before that, I had a 12-year run with 2 different advertising agencies in New York.
And who were those advertising agencies in New York?
Ogilvy and Mather and McCann Erickson.
Right. Now, you indicated that you were a talent agent. Can you please describe what that means?
I represent multiple clients and brands in transactions in the entertainment space.
And when you say in the entertainment space, what are you including?
Just the different genres of entertainment, everything from motion picture to television to books to licensing to modeling, all the different areas that the agency operates in.
As a talent agent representing multiple clients, what types of services do you perform for them, and what is the objective?
Okay. Yep. I conduct business transactions on behalf of clients and brands in the entertainment space.
And what does that mean?
It means I organize, pitch, transact in contractual agreements between talent and studios, talent and brands, entertainment platforms and individuals, brands and individuals.
Do you represent any actors?
I do work with every different group of talent within the agency, and for each person, it's different, the business that I personally oversee for them. So in some cases, I am negotiating contractual agreements for a music artist to go to Las Vegas. In some cases, I'm transacting an agreement for an artist to have a relationship with a brand. In some cases, it's an artist with a platform like Netflix. It spans the general platform capabilities that the agency has overall.
Is one of the objectives of your representation to build the careers of the individuals you represent? Did you have any conversations with Mr. Waldman in which you expressed any thoughts or opinions on how you believed any litigation was having an effect on Mr. Depp's reputation or career?
Yes.
How many times?
One that I can recall.
And when was that?
I have no idea. Years ago.
If you expressed to Mr. Waldman that the sooner the litigation was over, the better for Mr. Depp, what were you thinking when you said that? Why did you think that?
I think anytime somebody is in litigation publicly, it is at a minimum a distraction to that person's career. And in a lot of cases, it negatively impacts that person because there's attention drawn to them that it is outside of what people want to know about that person.
And what do you mean by it distracts from the career?
I mean that with somebody who is well known, people don't want to hear they're in a lawsuit with anybody about anything.
Why not?
Because that's just not what they want to know or hear news about people.
And why do you believe that?
Based on my experience in this world for the past 16 years.
And when you say it negatively impacts, what do you mean by that?
People don't want to hear that the people that they look up to are in litigation.
Do you also believe that that impacts career decisions by producers, directors, companies, with brands, things of that nature?
Yes.
And in what way?
Because the general public doesn't want to hear that people that they look up to are in litigation. And when the more oxygen it takes up in the overall news or coverage of an individual, and the less focused it is on that person's career, the less interested studios, brands, the general public becomes in that person.
And therefore less opportunities?
Yes.
When you expressed to Adam Waldman that your opinion that the sooner the litigation is over for Mr. Depp, the better, what did Mr. Waldman say?
To be honest, I don't recall exactly what he said, but something like we're gonna get this over with as fast as we can.
Mr. Carino, I'm going to ask you to take a look at what has been marked as Carino Exhibit Number. We'll keep it labeled 4. Do you believe that the Mandel lawsuit posed a distraction to Mr. Depp's career?
I don't know.
I'm going to show you what has been marked as Carino Deposition Exhibit Number 5. And as you can see here, it's an article June 21st, 2017, the Hollywood Gossip. Do you recall that coming up during that time frame, that issue? Have you read or heard of the Rolling Stones?
Yes.
Have you read or heard of GQ?
Yes.
Mr. Carino, I'm going to ask you to take a look at what has been marked as Carino Deposition Exhibit Number 2, and it's Rolling Stone publication on June 21, 2018. Do you see that?
Yes.
Do you ever read this article?
Parts of it.
Are you aware of whether this article in the Rolling Stone, June 2018, that's reflected in Carino Exhibit Number 2, impacted in a negative way Mr. Depp's reputation or career?
Elena, I don't think it's possible to ask anybody that question without having done research among the people who read a specific article. If you're asking my opinion about whether an article like this or this particular article, in my opinion, would have a positive or negative effect on somebody's, career, I could potentially answer that. But as to definitively whether an article has or has not had an impact on somebody's career, nobody can answer that question without research. Specifically.
Mr. Carino, I think we were just going to start looking at the Carino Exhibit Number 3. This is an article that was published in November of 2018. Do you recall reading this at some point?
What publication is that?
This is GQ.
I probably read part of it, but I don't remember.
You had any direct contact with Ed White or his company?
Yes.
What is the nature of your contact with Ed White and his company?
Payment on deals where Johnny was owed money. Bill collecting.
When you say bill collecting, was it collecting on your behalf, or was it trying to